So leaders, please. I mean, I look at your stats and I see you're only 10 goals or so, or 12 goals away from those record as the all-time Orlando Pirates leading goal scorer. And you are on form, you scored last week and obviously you scored in Saturday. But is it something you are aware of, and what would it mean to you?
Firstly, I'd like to say good afternoon to everyone. Yeah, it is something that my teammates have made me aware of. It's not something that I've looked at personally, but the guys have motivated me and encouraged me, to go through with this and to keep focused on it, and trying to bury every chance that comes my way, so that I can claim that record, because they believe that I'm one of the best strikers this country has ever seen, and they support me quite a lot. So yeah, it's hopefully something that I want to achieve come end of this season.
Does it put more pressure on you in any way?
Not at all. I'm one person, especially when there's pressure. I want to prove doubters wrong. I want to prove people that don't believe me wrong, so it's something that motivates me quite a lot.
It's not a small thing. I mean, to be associated with this big brand and always refer to, it's not a record that's come to an end anytime soon. But just to have that rhyme of the longest all-time leading goal scorer of Pirates, what would it mean to you?
It would mean a lot, because, like I say, I've grown up supporting the club, so I've watched people like Abotso, Leslie, and the people that I used to look up to. So it would really mean a lot to me if I can eclipse that record and make it mine.
So you made there's one goal that you didn't score, and then in your previous match, the first person that was there to console you and put you back to the field was Evidence Mahope. I'm sure you remember that scene. Yeah. Just take us through the brotherhood that happens within the strikers. I mean, it's known. You're competing with this guy, but he happens to be your number one supporter. Just take us through the brotherhood.
Look, I think one thing that we've come to realize as players, and it's not only us as strikers, but I think it's with everyone within the team, the team is bigger than us, and we're here to try and make history and achieve things by winning titles, and leaving a mark, and we need each other to do that, so that's why you see it with how we support each other, and we're always there for one another. I think the same thing happened with Radio when he got his first game, and everyone shouted for him to take the penalty, and he did, and he scored. Everyone rushed to him. We were happy for him, because we know the amount of work that he has put in training, and how much he has deserved that moment. So it's a matter of us loving one another, being there for one another, and the bond and unity we have within the group.
Who was this one player, someone who grew up in these black and white colors, that you looked up to, and even when you got here at the club, you wanted to model yourself on him, and maybe your first, even refresh your mind, your first derby that you watched?
Quite difficult question, but I think there's two players, Leslie Manyathela and Tshegofatso Mabasa. For me, those are players that did well for the club. And look, they're strikers as well, and the amount of work, like I say, that they used to do for this club, and it's great and wonderful and really admirable. And it's people that have modeled my game around, and I've tried to emulate what they've managed to do, for this wonderful club. Yes. And then the first derby. I have to think long and hard about this one, but I think it's the derby where Sean Bartlett got the equalizer in the dying minutes of the game. Yeah, that's the one that I can remember quite vividly.
At the old FNB Stadium?
Yes, at the old FNB Stadium. Yes.
Surely that broke your heart, but I'm sure definitely Saturday you can make up for it. What is it that you guys have in store? Talking away from the technical team, what is the talk among the Pirates players without the coaches being there or any physical trainer, just yourself as players? Meeting when you meet in the corridors in your hotel or even on your WhatsApp group?
We realize as players that this has the potential to be a 6-pointer for us. A very big game, bragging rights at stake, and 3 points. Obviously, there are people that we are chasing. and hopefully we can get there and get back to top of the log in this league. So we know what is at stake this coming weekend, and we've set our minds on working hard, giving our best, and trying to get all 3 points coming this weekend.
Message to Mapagania?
Please come out in your numbers. We're really going to need your support. And for once in the Soweto derby, let's outnumber the Kaizer Chiefs supporters, because I think we've shown the amount of quality that we have within this team and the things that we've managed to accomplish during the course of this season so far. And hopefully greater and better things will come to this club, and we'll be able to produce that.
So you come across as a very quiet and calculated person. You operate at a level where there are too many ups and downs, and I think you're very fair share of that stuff. What keeps you going, and when you look back at the journey, and what makes you proud
I think the biggest thing that keeps me going, especially through the tough moments, it would have to be my son. I always look at him and I think I never want to be an example or show him an example where I've dropped my head or I've looked down, I've been disappointed and what. Instead, I always want him to believe. So for me, that has been the biggest motivation. I think he's my biggest motivator. And even if ever I were to sit down, even jokingly, and I look down, he will always come up to me and pick my head up, So I took that as a sign, And like I say, I want to be the best father that I can to him and always show him the best. And sorry, what was the question again about?
How proud are you?
When I look back, I'm very proud of myself. I've had a lot of challenges. People know that I've been loaned out from this club and what, and where at the time I felt like it's not something that I wanted or something that I deserved at the time, But I only use that as motivation. Like I say, I like proving doubters wrong, and I think I've managed to do that throughout my career. And I'm very proud of the work that I've managed to do and the things that I've managed to achieve so far in my career.
Lastly for me, how has been the Champions League?
Champions League, different ball game. Very challenging, very tough. Hostilities on another level. I'm going to Cairo, going to Algeria to play Belouizdad. Those aren't easy games to play, and to come out with 6 points from such games, it goes to show the quality that we have within the team and that we have within the group. Hopefully we can go all the way in the Champions League and get the second stop.
Just lastly, one of the questions I was asking is how has the Champions League sharpened its players, and especially for this kind of occasion?
Like I say, the hostility that we've received when we've gone to these countries has been disheartening in a way. It's been tough. It hasn't been easy. But look, we managed to stick together as a group, and it has helped us. And going into such a game, we know, like I say, Chiefs have a lot of supporters, and we know that a lot of their supporters will be at the stadium. So it will be something that we'll be ready for, a challenge that we'll take on head on.
And the football aspect?
Football aspect, it's very tough, obviously, playing against players that you don't know. Champions League, only the best players play in the Champions League, so it's a challenge in itself. And it gives you the opportunity to measure how far you are as a player, and we're only grateful for such moments and such opportunities, to measure ourselves up against the best.